Brodie, you're relieved to get it all done and sorted?
Yeah, I am, but actually I'm pretty nervous. It's overwhelming. Really proud moment. It's been going on for quite some time, and I do feel really relieved, but still feeling quite overwhelmed.
Do those nerves come from expectation, or?
I think all you guys here today. Just obviously, there's been a little bit of pressure, and I would be lying if I felt that I didn't feel that. The club's been really awesome internally in terms of dealing with it, but of course the fans have been pretty strong and sort of telling me that they'd like me to stay, so didn't want to disappoint them.
When in your own head did you decide you were going to stay here?
I've always loved the footy club, but probably when I was away in off season, had time to reflect on my career and where I wanted to go to next, and the conversations had been really respectful throughout the negotiation between myself and the footy club. But it was probably the end of the season, going away and getting some fresh air, and I suppose coming to my senses.
How important was the 7-year element to it?
Yeah, pretty important from my perspective. Just obviously as a player, you want to be able to have that long-term security, but in terms of also fitting in with the list strategy that Ned's working so hard to try and tick off on. So we had to try and obviously come to an agreement there, and I think both parties were happy.
Are you prepared to seek it elsewhere, Brodie? Had Collingwood not come to the table in that regard?
I wouldn't say that. I suppose throughout the year, I did take my time to explore the possibilities of what that would look like. But at the end of the day, it always came back to staying at the club, and like I said, internally, the conversation was always rolling, and like I said, at the end of the year, it all sort of crystallised, and it's a really proud, overwhelming, but largely just a really proud moment for myself and obviously my family as well.
You spoke about the South Australian rule at the end of last year. How strong was that, and how much consideration did you give to having family back in South Australia? Yeah,
pretty big. As I've gotten older, family has become more important to me. My partner's from Adelaide as well, so she's a massive priority in my life as well. So it's a few delicate things outside of just where you enjoy playing football as well. So I know my mum will be watching. She misses me. She wishes I was home. So I'm sorry, Mum. But at the end of the day, we've built a family here and a home here, and looking forward to really sort of putting down the roots over the next 7 years here and building a life.
Did you ever talk to another club in the whole process?
No formal. I never spoke to a club formally. No.
You spoke about going away. Whereabouts did you go, and sort of what did you do? I know you're sort of a spiritually minded person. Did you go anywhere special, and did you sort of head anywhere you wanted to go to sort of get in that headspace where you wanted to make a decision?
Well, there was no real direction in terms of I wanted to go on this spiritual retreat to find myself and the contract. It was more just going away, and when I was away, things had changed and moved, and it wasn't until I come back was able to talk to people that were closer to me and iron out a few finer things, and everyone was really respectful and respected that I needed to take the time to process that, and all my teammates as well, and all the footy club just been really an awesome support.
You're a pretty relaxed guy, so when you say you sort of felt the pressure, was it the pressure because you were weighing it up in your own head? Was it because people kept asking? Where did that sort of pressure come from?
I'm probably really feeling the pressure now, to be honest. Just largely just overwhelmed with the amount of support that I've had, and throughout the time of the negotiation, it was like I said, it was really respectful. Like I had one-on-one conversations with Ned and Walshy and Bucks, and actually I went over when I was telling. Well, Bucks was really the first person that I told. Sort of went around to his house and had a ham and cheese sandwich and told him that I was staying. So that's the sort of relationships that I have at the footy club, and a big reason why I decided to stay.
For those people that say that sorry, John. For those people that say, I guess, giving a ruckman a 7-year deal is too big a risk, what do you say to that?
I can't obviously really comment. Obviously, I'm really happy on personal level, and I think obviously the club's happy as well. And I think we're able to do it in a way that, I think we're both really happy with the outcome.
I guess you've got a massive workload. What gives you the confidence you'll be still going strong at 31, 32 when this deal expires?
Oh, I always back myself in. It's a tough question, huh? No, I think I prepare really well. It's probably one of my strengths. I haven't missed a game, really since I've started sort of playing consistent footy, bar a couple of little incidents. But yeah, I mean, I'm only 25, turning 26 this year, so I feel like in large part my best footy is still ahead of me.
Is there any sense of sort of unfinished business, especially after 2018?
Well, the 4 years really before that, when we weren't playing finals, was a pretty dark time to be at the footy club. Obviously, when I came here as an 18-year-old, we were sort of on the peak of our powers, and then so we went through a bit of a rebuilding phase, and to be able to sort of see that through and get so close in, obviously the grand final loss and then the prelim. I wouldn't say it's unfinished business, but it's sort of staying the course, and I'd love to be able to, get to the stage where at the end of my career I've had, hopefully a really profound impact in terms of on the field, but also, off the field. I want to try and make other people better, and I think that's the next step for me is, trying to sort of step up in that capacity as well.
You've got several teammates out of contract at the end of this year: Jordan De Goey, Darcy Moore, and the skipper. What's your message to them, and are you confident they'll stick around?
My message to them, well, obviously Scott is a champion of the footy club, and I'm sure he'll do what he does. And in terms of the other two boys, I mean, I can't obviously comment. I would love for them to stay, and the conversations with the club that I had was, about trying to keep the list together, and it is a tricky task with such talent that we've got coming out of contract. So that's obviously Ned's role, and lucky that I get to just try and get a kick on the weekend. I have to crunch the numbers.
Is something that probably is going to be spoken about throughout the year because so many guys are out of contract? Is it something that the playing group are probably more aware of this year, potentially with a lot of guys coming out of contract than other years, do you think?
To be honest, there isn't many conversations between the playing group about who's out of contract. It's the players really respect one another's privacy in that sense. So it's not something that we really speak about. Once you're at the footy club, when you're here, we trust you to just give it 100%, and we hope that we're creating the right environment that blokes want to stay for the right reasons.
In terms of the pies this year, I mean, not too many changes to the list overall in terms of your best 22. I mean, what's sort of the focus this year, and what's the focus over pre-season been like?
Focus. Well, obviously we want to get back to the big dance. That's probably the main, obviously, as everybody's goal is. It sounds silly to say that, but we've probably been a bit more ambitious and not sort of shying away from the fact that is our number one reason why we're at this footy club. Bucks sort of set that tone first day back, is that let's not shy away from it, and probably just trying to start games really quickly. So all the training that we're doing in pre-season has had a bit of a fast start mentality. So as you can see, probably today the training was pretty hot from the get-go.
Put your hand up for the bushfire game?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That would be a massive honour to be a part of something like that for sure.
Nice to team with Nick Nat, potentially.
Yeah, it would be. It's a tough ask going up against him, so it would be nice to have a bit of fun playing alongside someone like that.
Just going back to Bucks, surely he gave you more on the ham and cheese sandwich when you go around and tell him you're staying forever.
Well, I sort of called him up and said, "What's up? What are you doing?" And so I said, "Can I come round and just want to have a chat?" And he just made me a couple of ham and cheese sandwiches, and we went out the back and ate the sandwiches, and I just said I was staying, and he was like, Good, great. So, no, we obviously had a bit of a chat and spoke about my role at the club and you know, what I can bring in my next sort of evolution as a player and a person for the footy club. And yeah, it was a really good chat, and he's a really a great mentor. One of the big reasons why I've signed on.
When was that, Bree? That chat with Bucks?
Just before Christmas, yeah.
So it's just taken a while to nut it all out? Like,
Yeah, well, everybody's been on holidays and enjoying themselves. So, yeah, obviously there's been significant stuff that's going on in our country at the moment as well that has been you know, far more important and pressing than this. I didn't want to take any light away from that.
Beautiful.
Brodie.
Well done.
Thanks, Brad.
Cheers.